Let's talk about putting some awards and giving some guys some flowers for playing really, really well. Um, let's start off Detroit. And before I give a helmet sticker to Jared Goff, I got to say, man, I love Dan Campbell. I love everything that Dan Campbell stands for as a coach. Man, no excuses, no explanations. The cards that you are dealt are the cards that you're dealt, and you got to find a way to produce a winning hand. The Lions have been ravaged by injuries, but yet they still keep ticking. They still keep dominating. It's not the way that it was at the early part of the season where they were just blowing the doors off folks, but they're still able to get it done despite losing so many players, particularly on the defense side of the ball. So because of that, I'm going to give Jared Goff some love because he was outstanding in a performance against the Bears. 23, 32, 336 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, a stumble, fumble touchdown that he faked the fumble and fall to Jahmyr Gibbs before standing up and tossing one to Sam Laporta. I love the trick play. Because of that, standing ovation and a helmet sticker to Jared Goff. Next up, let's go Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor had a tough week last week against the Denver Broncos. This team was up. They were having their way against the Broncos. He breaks out on what should have been a touchdown, got a little cue, dropped the ball before the goal line, completely flipped the momentum. The Denver Broncos turn the game around, take it, and win it, kind of put themselves in a position to seal the deal as a playoff team. And it really put the Colts in a bad spot when it comes to trying to earn one of these playoff spots. To bounce back, if you're Jonathan Taylor, and have 29 carries, 218 yards, to do it in a dominant way, man, it says a lot about who he is and how he kind of bounces back from tough moments. I love seeing that. I love what he was able to do. Because of that, put a little helmet sticker on the back of Jonathan Taylor's helmet. Let's give one out to Joe Burrow. I know, Joe, like it's bad. The Bengals have not been able to win to the level that they wanted. Some of that is just flawed roster construction. Some of that is poor performance from a defense that should be better. But you got to give it up to Joe Burrow. Each and every week he shows up. He showed up again, 252 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. They get a win against the Cleveland Browns. Hats off to Joe Beasy. Joe Burrow continues to get it done. Let's look at the defense. And a lot of times when we talk about the Minnesota Vikings, it has been all about the Sam Darnold feel-good story, and he's worthy of being praised and celebrated. He has done a great job with the Minnesota Vikings to the point where they're going to have to make a hard decision on whether to pay him. But the guy who is the star of the show, the unheralded star of the show, how about Andrew Van Ginkel being able to have a 2-sack performance against the Seattle Seahawks? And when you think about Van Ginkel and what he has been able to do, he's been out for a minute, comes back, does a great job of not only sacking the passer, but he gets his hands on balls, picks them off, and takes them the distance. This Minnesota Vikings team might be the best team in the NFC, and everyone is going to talk about their offense. But quietly, Brian Flores and the defense are holding it down, and Andrew Van Ginkel is a big part of their success. Hats off to him. He gets a helmet sticker to close it out.